Good morning, farmers. A beautiful morning. Yesterday was crap. It rained, so I skipped it because I already mowed the lawn. I probably should have stayed in the day a little bit longer because we got these two guys. Well, one guy's he's cultivating the field, and this guy just started plowing. Really, you can see he's 37% done. This field is ready to be seeded, and that's what I thought we'd be doing today. But these 4 fields are ready to harvest. I was just looking to see what jobs we also have to fix one of the buildings, but I just did one up there this morning before I started recording. That's why it's spent the first half hour doing house inspection. But I think I'd rather get to harvesting the pea. It is peas, right? Yeah, peas. So it looks like today we'll be harvesting some more fields. I don't know if I can get all 4 done or not, but sitting here talking about it is not going to get us anywhere. Unless I was actually doing it, right? Let's just make sure harvester should be empty. This field is a decent sized field. It's 3 point something? 3.15. I can see it now. So while we're harvesting these fields today, we're going to be hiring workers to follow behind us. And also, hopefully, if I can stay in this field, get those fields done as well above us that we previously did. So I think we're going to have our hands full for the next couple of days. Obviously working on these 4 fields that we got to harvest. We got the 3 fields behind us that we need to get seeded. I think I said I was going to do those with pea, even though we're harvesting pea now because in those fields is soy. And I'm sure by the time we finish with these 4 fields, the ones down in where Allison used to live, we're going to have that big barley field and 3 maize fields to do. Oh, before I forget, I was going to hire... this field is ready to be sown, so let's sow with pea. Might as well use we can only have 4 workers at a time, so I might as well get them going while I can. Because it'll take us a while to harvest this field here, being the size field it is. So hopefully that guy I just hired, he'll probably be done before I get done with this field. I would hope. I mean, it's only just over a hectare. And of course, when I get done with this field, I'll try to hire someone to plow it. But other than that, things are looking good on the farm. I would like to, at some point, get back to doing work for other farmers. But right now, no one has field work for us to do, like plowing or cultivating. So the only thing we can do is really work in our own fields or go do house inspections. Transport is not something I really like doing because to me it's not worth it. If I was at the beginning stages of the Let's Play, yeah, every dollar and every social point matters. But I'm beyond that stage, obviously, at this stage. Can I stay in the field? There we go. Too busy kind of looking around to see what I'm doing. So it's kind of one pat. Wow, one circle around the field. I almost got 5,000 grains. That's pretty good. And pea does pay pretty well. Say that 5 times quick. Pea does pay pretty well. Pea does pay... Never mind. You get what I'm trying to say there. So what do we have for money anyways? Well, it should be no problem getting up to... I don't know, maybe we can hit 200 grand today. I'm leaving out the million part, but maybe we can get 40,000 in the bank today. Some of these fields are nice size. Part of me wanted to go down to the barn and repaint the harvester for the day, but I'm getting tired of going down painting it just to lose it on the next when I reload the game. It's too bad I just can't paint it the green like Class is painted, the Class color. Because I do believe this is Alexian combine harvester from the that Class makes. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Class. Probably pronounced Class because I'm pronouncing it Class. But it looks like Alexian to me. Who knows, maybe now that Farmer's Dynasty doesn't have the disclaimer against it, that maybe we'll get some name brands in here. Well, we do have some name brands. We got the Kipper over there. We got the Amazon Cultivator and Cedar. She's filling up nicely, the tank. And I still haven't decided what to plant in these 4 fields here. But like I said, I don't want to put barley or wheat in here because that's just a long ways down to the old mill. I don't know, I guess I could put lupine in it. Lupine does pretty well. I don't want to do canola because the next cycle through, every field is going to be canola except for the 2 by the barn, which will be wheat, so we can feed the cows next spring. So we can feed the cows their straw. I like it. You feed them straw, but when you look on the farm stats, it calls it. I think it calls it hay. But this field's going to pay off well. Yeah, we'll get the pipe out. And we'll try to fill up as much as we can. Don't know why, but it's a thing that I do. When I get to around 900, I'll pretty much call it there. And because I'm lazy to run, we'll do it like this. At least all of our tractors and stuff are nice and clean from the rain from yesterday. So we should get 3 full combine harvesters out of this field. We actually did 1/3 of the field and we're full. So we should get 2 more out of that, which means almost 2.5 trips up to the agricultural. Can I get out? Thank you. Can I get out without the scaffolding for a change? That'd be nice too. It's not the agricultural store, agricultural market, and we can see peas sells for almost 900. Well, it's $8.91 per ton. So we're going to make some pretty good cash today. But that field will be next. It's not that big of a field. And then we got one over the hill and one over there to do, and that'll be the upper fields. Well, I'm just going to call these fields the ones by the farm, the fields by the farm. It should be almost empty. Yep. So we'll make one more swing around the field when we come back. Hopefully we'll have 4,000 grains to put in the trailer. And then we can take a trip up to the market. But I should say now, this video will be coming out on Monday. I'm actually recording this the night before it's Sunday night as I'm recording this. I hope everyone's having a nice Memorial Day weekend for those of us in the States. Hope you're spending it with some family and some friends. Maybe the weather's even nice where you are and you're having a barbecue. It's been a long winter for most of us up here in the States. So, you know, get out and enjoy that nice warm weather while we have it, right? I know as I've been rendering and editing videos, I've been kind of watching like on TV some Memorial Day stuff like from past wars on the TV. Very interesting stuff to watch. Just reminds you of what Memorial Day is all about. Yeah, we should be pretty close to 4,000 grains we get down by the tractor. We'll fill it up. And then I'll probably ride around with a harvester still until we get full. Then I'll run to the market and we'll sell some grain. Let's go see how our helpers are doing. Yes, I know it's full. Well, this guy's almost actually done here. Looks like that guy up there plowing is almost done, and the guy that was up here cultivating is done. So I can hire someone to soy that. Got soy in the brain again. I can hire someone to sow that with some pea. Oh, I wanted to take that road there, but it's all good. Oh, kick that trailer on me, why don't you? Well, let's go make some cash first. I mean, at this point, I really have no problem hiring the workers because they are really cheap, which the devs know that they started out with the workers being low. Like I've said before, I think they just did it just to make they did it, I think, to make sure the worker system worked, and that we wouldn't lose money if it didn't, or wouldn't lose too much money if it didn't. But I really think they could almost double the price of the workers and it'd still be feasible. Give me that cash. Gimme, 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 gimme. I like how the whole back opens up like that, but it only comes out the center right there. Well, that's a good start. A very good start. Speaking of which, soy some pea in there for 600 bucks. I mean, 600 bucks is not bad at all, considering that we don't have to, well, you are buying the seed in a way. And there he is. There's our worker that we just hired right there. that just ran right into another car. Fantastic. Hope you got insurance, dude. And it looks like this guy finished his job. He did very nicely. 100%. Everything's 100%. Except for the fertilization part. Well, the worker finally made it to the field. Probably with a dented front end because he ran into that car. And yep, we're still in the first field. Harvester is full, but it won't be for long. And again with the scaffolding. I think after I get done recording this, I got to go on the farming simulator site and see if any either of my maps are even ready. Because I would like to get Farming Simulator up on this channel. I know I said that many times, but over the past few days, I'm kind of grateful for all the new subscribers we got coming on. So I would like to get Farming Simulator up on this channel, especially when FS19 comes out, which we're predicting October-ish, we would assume. We're just guessing. I do have 3 videos up on Farming Simulator on this channel. I was playing on the Rattlesnake Valley map until this game came out, and I bought this game back in December. And I've kind of left Rattlesnake Valley. I played that map out quite well. If you do play Farming Simulator, or any farming game for that matter, you just get to a point where, I don't want to say you grow bored of the map. But yeah, I don't have to do anything on that farm in Farming Simulator, and I think I can make almost $1.8 million a day. So I got so many wind turbines on the farm and selling the cows milk and all that stuff. I really don't have to do any harvesting of the fields. But there's been a couple maps I've been looking at. There's actually another one that is should be coming out, but I don't expect to play that because it's based on a real farm. If anyone knows Welker's Farm in Montana, they actually have a YouTube channel where I watch them. They have a big buds that they use up in Montana, and I'm talking real life farming here. So, and I forgot who the moderator is making that map based on their farm, and it looks pretty good. But since Rattlesnake Valley map is the one I've been playing on, that's based in Montana as well. And I know the Welker Farm's pretty big, and I'm not ready for, I don't think I'm ready for too big of a map. But I'm still having fun playing this Farmer's Dynasty. I'm excited to see what the devs will come up with next. Last week they said get ready for a big announcement, and I'm not sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some updates coming up in due time for bug fixes in the game. I know some people are still having a problem with the game crashing. I have played, I want to say 325 hours this game. And the game's crashed on me 3 times. And they were all when I first got the game back in December. Twice was because when you did wheat or barley and you put straw in the field. If you did too big of a field and you got too much straw on the ground, yeah, it'd crash the game. And another time the game crashed, I don't know why, but that was way back. Now we all just wait for the game to crash as I record this video. But I haven't had the issue with the game crashing too much. But everyone's computer system is different. That can make it crash, so who knows? And the weird thing is, I got a lot of programs running in the background, so I would think that would make it crash. More of a chance for it to crash. Alright, we'll eat. I actually almost hit the wrong button. I've been playing so much Raft lately. I was looking at the bottom part of my hotbar looking for some fish to eat. Are we going to be able to fit the rest of this field in this? I think we might. But we got enough to top off the trailer over there and make another trip up to the store. But I think we're going to finish harvesting this field. Man, this harvester got dirty in a hurry. I would like to have like some kind of a washing system for these things. Instead of just pulling up to our garage and just say wash vehicle and it's done. I don't want to compare it to Farming Simulator, but I would like to have, you know, like they have a pressure washer where you got to wash it off. Yep. All the crops that are not there, I'm losing, right? How are we doing? 60? Yeah, we're going to fit all these crops in this field into the harvester. No problem. Actually, I think they could tone down how quickly this vehicle gets dirtied up. And also, I think they need to increase the rate of how much fuel it uses. I mean, I've used this quite a bit since the last fuel up. I've only used 5%. So unless this thing has a humongous fuel tank on it. Let's go top off the trailer and make another trip up to the store, make another sale, and we shall continue with the harvesting. Oh yeah, I got to keep an eye on the trailer so I don't overfill it. So you got to be careful. If you reach the limit on the trailer, your harvester will keep spinning up the grain. So make sure you turn off the chute before you overfill the trailer so you don't lose grain on the ground. And now, since we're going this way, we can check that upper field and see if he's done plowing so I can hire someone to cultivate it. Looks like he is done, so hopefully we can hire someone for 250 euros to come. Uh-oh, cannot find a worker. He did just plow it, right? That's not... Yeah, it's not cultivated. Try it again. Usually, so we're going to have to cultivate the field ourselves. Not too big of a deal. I just kind of ruined up my rotation a little bit. What time is it? 3? Okay, so it's in the afternoon hours already. So we may have to put a halt to harvesting this for the rest of the day and get up to cultivate that and maybe hire someone to seed it. So I want to keep those group of fields in the same rotation. Keep them in the same group. But what I'll do is I'll bring this trailer back down to the combine harvester. We'll drop it off. We'll get the cultivator, and looks like we're going to be doing some cultivating this afternoon. And then if we get done cultivating, we'll see if we can hire someone to seed it afterwards. The field might be a day off, but we got to get to it so we can keep in that rotation. So hopefully this will get us up to 190,000. It's going to be close. So like I said, I was hoping these fields can get us up, get us 40 grand. Yeah, I'm going to be way under that. So it won't be today, obviously. But it's going to bring us in a lot of cash. Wow, and I didn't know it was going to be that close to 190. I thought just under. Yeah, it is just under. So I'm going to bring the trailer back down to the harvester. Like I said, I'm going to go pick the cultivator. And I'll bring it back when I get some progress done on the field up there. Oh God, there's William. Stay away from him. After yesterday. Whew. So you're probably sitting there thinking, Peanut, where's all the money coming from? Well, I hired 2 new guys. Some great guys. They're down there harvesting 2 of those lower fields. And for what they charge, it's like, one was like for 150 to harvest that field, and I think I had to pay them total 700 euros to harvest the field. I'm like, yeah. So we can hit the 120k mark. 120k. Yeah, 120k. No, wait. Excuse me, 1.2. Wow. And I also got a worker plowing that field that we just harvested as well. So that just works out just fine. It's just going to take us the rest of the day to cultivate this field, that's all. Which is no problem. No problem at all. Don't ask me why I just did that accent. I have no idea. You think I've had one of those non-alcoholic beverages while I'm driving this tractor, but I haven't. I swear. So this field will probably be sown tomorrow. Let me check. Wait, any rain in the forecast now? No rain in the forecast. So our goal was to get all these fields down by the barn seeded by July 1st. And since we got 10 more days to do so, actually 9 more days, shouldn't be a problem. This field here, that one over yonder right there, I do plan to spray some liquid slurry down. And the field that we just harvested will get some liquid slurry as well. Liquid slurry used not to be a problem with our cows, but now that we own, I don't know, it's close to 30 fields, the slurry just doesn't hold up anymore. So I'm trying to pick and choose what fields get what for liquid slurry. Artificial fertilizer, they will all get it. That stuff is cheap. Round and round we go. I know I've said it once and I'll say it again. I would like a bigger cultivator. A train that goes nowhere. Yet. I don't know what the devs have planned for that train, but maybe in the future, if this ever becomes a multiplayer, you can take a train to your friends' farms and work on that. Work on their farms that way. You have to take the train. But I would like to really start working on other people's farms. I can start working on social points again. Working my way towards that 1,000,000 to get the Steam achievement, which takes a while to get there. Like I said earlier, I played over 300 hours in this game, and I'm at 620,000. And really, the only time I spent social points was when I was first buying some fields. When the game first starts. And then when I bought the Combine Harvester, I used social points, and after that, I didn't use any social points anymore. And of course now, with the money that we got, I don't ever plan on using social points. Unless the devs come out with something for the game that requires them. The one thing that still gets me is people are supposed to like you more with the more money and social points you have, and I still got a lot of people that I don't have the green smiley face on. And some people I've done a lot of work for, and I still got the smiley face for. But the only one that matters is my loving wife. Everyone else can just suck an egg. I'm hoping that in the future that some of these people will work at the stores. Like John works at the store, but you don't have anyone that works at the agricultural store or the sell point, or and the better relationship you have with them, the better the price you can get, or cheaper the price, depending on if you're selling or buying. That'd be kind of neat. And this is what I'm saying about this field. You can look at this little section right here. It's like a divot for some reason, like a meteor hit here or something. Or maybe it's like a old crop circle. Well, look at that money go up. Now it's up with those 4 fields out. I'm like, geez, I hope we can reach a 1.2 mil. And we did that, and we still got one more full field to go after those 2 guys are finished. I keep saying guys because every time I hire a worker, I never see a female worker. Not that I check every worker, but I'm not sure if that's even a thing. But it does look like it's getting... Well, it's not that late as I thought, but it must be, what, 5 o'clock by now? Yep, 5:30. But the good thing about hiring all the workers now, I'm trying to leave myself some time. Make sure all these fields are done. Because when that barley field gets ready to harvest down there, Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to take us to do. And actually, I wouldn't be a bit surprised too much putting 7.5 hectares of straw down. We'll see if the game can comprehend with that much. The game might crash when I do that field. But I'm going to test it. I'm going to try to harvest the whole field and leave all the straw on the field. And we'll see if it crashes. I'll try to do some backup saves and all that fun stuff when it comes time, and I'll probably have my wife's tractor down there with a baler, so if it does crash, I'll load up a previous save, and we'll just have to start baling before we finish harvesting, but we'll see how that goes. But first we gotta finish these fields up here. Are they both still, they're both still harvesting those fields. Well, these peas are paying off well. They are still working away down those lower fields. Oh man, I did not expect to get this much cash out of these pea fields, but I mean, it's great. But I am curious though, because we did hire someone to plow this field that we're in. Couldn't find someone to cultivate it though. Now the question is, can I hire someone to sow it? So let's get out of the field. And now we're hearing night sounds, so what is it, 7 o'clock? Yeah, 7 o'clock. Alright, we just came from this field. Let's see if we can hire someone to sow some pea in it for 500 euros. Cannot find workers, so we're going to have to sow that ourselves tomorrow. Interesting, we can hire someone to plow it, but no one to... Interesting. But that's fine. I have no problem doing work on our own farm and hiring workers. Is this curious? I'm just curious of why we can hire certain jobs and other certain jobs we can't. I have no idea. Okay, so this guy's done harvesting that field. $115 to plow it. Okay, we can hire someone to plow the field. Don't you dare stop. Oh, come on, AI traffic. Yeah, kill me. So we will lower that, drop it off. What's the fuel? I can't see the fuel when I'm at view. 48%, we're still doing fine there. We'll get out with the scaffolding in our hand. Actually, what I'm going to do is for a short time, I'm just going to do a little bit of harvesting up here. And I'll bring it back in a little bit just to finish up the episode. Well, I did enough harvesting so we could fill up the trailer. Kind of twofold. We did have 4,000 grains in the combine harvester. It's not best to leave it in there overnight. What shouldn't have been hurt or nothing. Doesn't really matter in the game, but in real life, you know, who knows? That's not gonna. No. Okay. So Plus we got some of this field done. So tomorrow we don't have that much to do. And I was waiting to see how this guy makes out. Can I see how much more he's got left? No, he must be just... Last time I checked, he was about 20% left to do. So he's got to be almost done, but you can still see the money. It's just... Yeah. That's about 60 grand we made today, and after we deliver this, that bring up probably like 70 grand. Don't stop, car. Don't stop. Thank you. But it is getting this a little bit late in the evening. Yeah, he went right around that bird. On purpose, or I don't know. So yeah, we're working till about 10 o'clock tonight. I don't think the wife will be too upset when we get back and tell her, well, we made about 70 grand today, so... But he's got to be just about done with that field. So tomorrow I probably will start by sowing the field up there with peas. And then we'll finish harvesting the field that we're just in. And all the meanwhile, I'll try to see if I can hire workers for the other fields. But also depending on if those fields, how those fields down there are doing. If they're not ready, I won't hire too much. I'll just leave us some work to do. But I'll probably get them to plow it and cultivate it all, and that way we just might have to seed it. But we also got to do some fertilizing as well. So we'll play it by ear as we go along tomorrow. Because those 3 maize fields and that 1 barley field at some point are all going to pop and be ready to be harvested. It'll be fun to do corn. Just because you get to use a different header and all that weird stuff. But yeah, we're going to bring in about 70 grand today, guys. That's pretty good. I don't think when I did the spring cleaning this year I brought that much in a day. But then again, that was before the helper system came along. I could have hired people to harvest it. As long as we're harvesting as well. Probably should have my lights on, right? And it looks like that worker down there is done. Because we don't have the money going up anymore. I'm not going to bother trying to hire a worker this late in the night. I'll just do it first thing in the morning. But let's bring this tractor and actually I probably will start with harvesting in the morning because the tractor and trailer are already going to be there anyways. And then we'll go up and sow that field. I mean, it'd be good to harvest that field first because then I can hire someone to plow and they get started on that. There goes a pterodactyl. Those shadows are just way too big. And I don't really understand the purpose of having the eagles up, flying up there. I don't want to turn there. I didn't want to turn there. But he's plowing away in that field. I got a worker plowing away in a field over there. That guy in that field down that section is done. We'll just park this right here. See if we get out with the scaffolding. No scaffolding. Interesting. I'm not going to be able to run because I'm tired and a little bit hungry. Well, it's not the car I wanted to get into, but good enough. I was trying to get into the wife's tractor, which is almost right by the kitchen door. Hey, 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 hey. Do you see him swerve for me? Did you see that? Man, the drivers on this map. So quiet at 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, it is 10 o'clock. But this farmer is tired. Yeah, just as I say that, you are very tired. Your arms feel pretty sore. But guys, that's going to conclude a day on the farm. A long day. Productive day. And my wife keeps telling me she's not pregnant. Well, she hasn't said that she is. She didn't say she's not either, but I don't know. I keep seeing that blanket. To me, she looks pregnant. But anywho, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Hopefully you do enjoy it. And I will see you in the next one. We'll start over there. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.